You know what? He's really embracing Boston.
No! Joey Cannoli's a Falco player now?
He's a Falco player now.
This is the worst day of my life.
Would you look at that?
No more Toon Link, no more Corrin.
You know what?
Man.
I think this is an easier to execute character than both of those.
It's true.
So fundamentals will carry you very far on
Sure.
Falco. And if you feel, I think especially in this matchup, it can be very irritating to probably play Toon Link or even Corrin into Cloud. So maybe the Falco is just comfort. Maybe it's a matchup pick. Maybe we'll see the Corrin and the Toon Link come out if game one doesn't go as well as he's planning.
Yeah. Starting off this game, nothing super definitive for these players. Wilson started with a couple of constant rolls out, which I think a little nervy, but has since started to bring it back. There we go. Big Falco combos. Barely dropped. And the sword in response, barely missing out.
It was a cute little extension from Joey, but now we're looking for a stock. Up tilt back air will get pretty close, but finding the up tilt is what's going to be the challenge for this Falco.
Yeah.
I do love the way that he's using fair. I don't know if it's intentional or not for him to get that little like single hit and then not get the ending.
Ooh!
Oh, what a reaction. What a reaction from Will. That was clean. That was clean.
Jeez, Wilson with the perfect punish on that drop-off stage, but instantly gets
Wow, you live that?
But beautiful DI and a great ability to remain with your limit right now. Something big could be off of this right now.
Oh my
Dash
god.
tag. That's the aerial one.
Ooh!
So it's I knew it wasn't going to kill because the aerial one is a little bit safer, but then there's the down tilt catching the air dodge back to stage. A very electric start so far.
Yeah, nicely done by Joey. I was a little worried after that first stock went away, but you
The
know what?
singular teabag.
Yeah, it was nice. Nair out of shield is such a great option for Falco, and these low percents, like you just have to get put in a cutscene. You know, it's probably really annoying if you're Will to be able to keep up.
Yeah, this is a really weird matchup because Cloud loves being in the air, and Falco loves
When you
catching
are
your
in the air, yeah.
Falco loves catching your aerials with an up tilt. But as soon as Falco gets into disadvantage, there's a potential that you just straight up die.
Ooh. This is really good from Joey so far. He's gotten really nice at these little boxing, at these little micro interactions, and it's led to a really nice lead. Up tilt back air will get close to taking the stock if you're facing the correct direction, and I think more or less he's been.
Huh?
Yeah, wow, that was ridiculous.
What? The up beat. What happened?
I don't know what happened. You know what? Joey's
that is
like,
if
Joey's probably saying to himself, you know what? I don't know what happened either, but I'm gonna take that one.
Which one of those? Yeah, if we look that back later and that's just like straight up microspace because of like a little like jumping animation, that would be insane.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous.
Oh no. Up being in the wrong direction against Falco, unfortunately, is going to get you a couple more percentage over here. Back air catching that dash attack as well.
Ooh, now with limit, it's scary. It's definitely possible to edge guard. I love going high there from Joey. That's so intelligent. Really nice recovery.
I think if somebody needed a smash move to build a village, you could probably do it with Falco with Falco Nair because that thing is ridiculous.
It does a lot.
That's another jump grab.
Oh, aggressive.
No punish either. Back air's nothing quite yet.
Yeah.
There's the back hit of
Gorgeous. Wow, Joey.
Joey Cannoli going with the Falco and showing out too.
No, that was cooked. That was really nice. I think the way he picked his ledge options towards the end as well. A lot of times when you have limit with Cloud, you want to be able to ledge trap and be able to put pressure on your opponent in that situation. And the options that Joey picked every single time were correct. Like, he never picked wrong. He was so like safe with his recoveries and was able to gain space back. And I think that's so important in this matchup when Cloud wants to be able to ledge trap you like that. I don't think we saw Will get any sort of mileage off of limit the entire game.
Yeah.
So it ended up just being very difficult for him to do anything other than that first edge guard, which was
but
gorgeous.
I mean, like, you can kind of see that like that there's a lot more pressure on getting your hits in, and that's what Falco does to a lot of people. Is if you're not hitting your punishes as somebody who's playing against Falco, that's a perfect time for limit to show up right there. This could be a big punish here from Wilson, starting this ledge trap. Ew! Why does it do that?
It's so big. It even hits behind you. Like, I think everyone expects it to not scoop you as much as it does. And it's such a great tool that kind of gets underused. And now IDJ RAR, beautiful from Joey. This is so good. I thought Queso was on screen for a second.
Yeah, and that's also fantastic SDI right there to put yourself in the position to get set backwards in Cloud up B. because if you get sent that way back on stage, you have less of a chance of just getting straight up murdered off that the big tool noodle off the side.
Yeah, and even though we're not getting like any huge strings from Joey, he has such a lead now that he's content with a lot of like the smaller ones and the little hits and building up pressure over time, because it's on Will in order to be able to get that stock and finish it out. But I don't know, a lot of patience from Joey is really, really nice.
Yeah, trying to catch these jumps, and unfortunately hitting that weak spot of that dash attack, getting dragged out again, but the up smash is going to take it right there.
I was gonna say that's got to be so frustrating to deal with as Cloud, like just being able to run around. Like your moves aren't very fast; they cover a lot of ground. But with how good Falco's airspeed is, how good his air mobility is, like it's so difficult to get anything on this guy. And now Reflector just takes another stock, and that one goes out with a whimper instead of a bang. Now you're on your last stock and winners.
Yeah, unfortunately didn't have a jump there to get all the way back, and that's also like both these characters just blow each other up off stage like super hard. Because Falco's Reflector, being as fast as it is, as good of a knockback as it is, as in like not great knockback itself, but good enough to make you force you to use your jump in spots you really don't want to use it.
Yeah, Will Sports getting the pressure put on, you know. He's got to lock and play some tennis.
He's still in this though. There is a good potential to come back from this. Oh,
he has to burn limit there. That's so sad.
Yeah,
you really needed that in order to take a stock in this situation, and I honestly want to see him. I like the attempt.
It definitely looked like he wanted to swing there, but unfortunately did not space it correctly. Dash attack not going to take it yet still. 112 right now on Joey Cannoli.
Ooh, almost off of the flash.
Nice parry. Yep, forcing him to go low.
It's so easy for Joey. His game plan can just be so one-dimensional here because he just is fishing for up tilt. But I guess it's out of range now, so maybe it'll be a little different.
Perfect.
And
there we go. That's a very, very well put edge guard right there from Cloud. The forward air coming out again.
Will Sports doing some boxing, keeping it up.
Still alive in here. Couldn't get off the top.
Air, wow. Catching the DI as well. I assume that Will was DIing up to avoid the back air, and that's great read from Joey. DIing up will send